Hi everybody, welcome back to the Gallagher Shots YouTube channel. We're here with a new video. It's the first time we've ever done this, Deka.
Never done one stand up.
This was actually your idea.
It was, yes.
This was your
stand
idea.
Up wasn't, but
so as you can see, there are two Newcastle shirts behind us. One of them is fake from DHgate, and one of them is an official shirt from the club store. Deka, so talk me through this. So you had the idea of ordering both shirts and basically just seeing what the differences is for the viewers, see if it's worthwhile buying the cheaper fake version or forking out 80 quid for an official one.
Because I think a lot of people always think that the fake ones will be really bad quality, or maybe sizing might be different, or the material's not the same, or some people have this thing, they might not have the badges on if it comes. So they're both mine. I bought the real one, and I've got the fake one. So I decided to bring them both in, do a little bit of a video, and we could maybe see the differences, if there's any slight differences. But I think probably when you've tuned in now, you're probably looking going, well, there's not that much difference. And I'm saying,
yeah, so from a distance, I think we always struggle to tell a fake. Yeah. And normally you can tell by the fake ones which you get online when the retro kits. So it's a shirt from 95, 96 season is a popular one. And you can always tell the fake because it's in pristine condition. Yeah. So that's one. But obviously when it comes to new kits, that's when it's harder to tell the difference. And straight away, because this is the first time I've seen both of them in the flesh. Yeah. And it's hard to tell at first glance. Mm-hmm. But there will be certain things which you can obviously spot a fake, which we'll go through with you. But before we do that, which one do you think's fake before we even start going through them? So is the one closest to me or the one closest to Deka? We haven't put them in any particular order. We've just chucked them up. You got the Champions Leagues on there. Is that on that one as well?
No.
Right. Okay. So we'll go through them at first of all, and so we'll tell you which one the fake one is first. Okay, it's the one on the left, the one closest to me.
Correct, yeah.
And we haven't purposely done this, but one of the telltale things which obviously we noticed when you first ordered it, Deka, is the club crest. Yeah. So the club crest is very stretched. So it looks that way. It's squashed basically, isn't it?
It is. It's like someone sat on it.
Yeah, it's squashed. It's squashed. And do you know what it is? Like I said at the start, from a distance, it's very hard to see that. But obviously, the closer you get, straight away, obviously we see that crest every single day, and you think, right, there's something wrong there straight away. Yep. So you can tell that. What I want to highlight though is the stitching itself on there, because it's been a huge talking point with stitching and how it looks with the Newcastle United. So as we can see on the real one, I know it's hard for you to see from this distance, but we will put photos on the screen of closer shots of fake and real. But obviously the stitching there, it's not too bad, that one.
Do you mean of Newcastle United?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
I think I won the lottery on that one, yeah.
It's not the worst.
I agree. That was okay, that one.
One of the other things which you can tell as well is this colour looks very saturated compared to that one. So the gold around the crest is gold, where that one looks like it's a faded one as well.
Yeah, and you know what I've just noticed is the blue, actually. The blue is a lot darker on that one, and I didn't notice that, to be honest, even just until standing here now. But I think what you were going to reference was, that is really good, right?
Yeah. So the fake one is probably better than the official one when it comes to the Newcastle United embroidery and stitching on it, which, like you said, it's a look at the draw. It's a lottery at the minute, especially ordering it online because you don't get a pick.
Yep, that's right. Yeah.
One of the other things, just talking about stitching, the official one. So Castor fits in the black stripe. Yeah. When you look at this one, it's slightly overhanging on the C of Castor.
Yeah, and the actual the wings are larger, aren't they? On that one. Yeah.
Once again, it looks just stretched. That's what it is. It's stretched.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Is there anything which stands out to you? Like a major thing of difference?
Well, the one thing that stood out, I just want to comment on the quality for a second. The quality to me I think it's pretty close.
It is.
It's close, right?
It is.
And that was one thing I noticed. But I think two things that I noticed when I first seen this shirt. So when we talked about the concept kits and what we wanted and stuff like that, I always said that I was surprised that this was a greyish colour. There's the two stripes inside the collar.
So the collar, yeah.
And I thought it would be white, just the same as the stripes. And actually, on the fake one, they are white, pristine white, and they're a grey. So that to me was something that jumped out at us before I even really noticed the squash badge and stuff. So that was one. But in terms of even the seller, I mean, mean, that's exactly the same, right?
It's identical. The seller, to be fair, that's probably just a patch which they've got online.
Yeah.
And they've just done that themselves. But the sponsor is identical.
Yeah.
Even though once again there's a slight closer there, but
slightly,
it's not noticeable from a distance.
Yeah.
Excuse me, unless you're inspector like us. What I want to focus on now is the badges. So the Champions League badge on there is perfect. Absolutely perfect.
Yeah.
Excuse me, considering it's £8 to buy the patch.
Yeah.
The overall shirt costs you how much?
12
quid. So that's a huge thing.
It's insane. It's absolutely insane. And what you'll probably notice as well is see that the back here where they've got Castor written, that is it's obviously larger than the official. And again, I didn't know that until I bought the real one. And of course, listen, you're going to have it on, so it doesn't matter, right? Really, but when you have them side by side, you can see it's Castor's written there, but it's slightly larger.
Yeah.
The inside tag and stuff that's on the back of the shirt is absolutely identical. If anything, actually, it's probably a slightly better print.
That one's boxed as well.
Yeah.
So that one's boxed in, but like you said, the Castor on there, the inner line of the shirt, it's bigger. And there's more of them on that one.
That's right, yeah.
There's more of them in there. One thing which I noticed as well is the stitching, Deka. As you can see there, the stitching is a white stitching with the views, and you can see that's ready to pop at any point.
I agree, yeah.
So if you've ordered that a size too small, that's bursting that.
I agree. Yeah.
It's going to burst on you, whereas that's black stitching.
It is, yeah. You can just, I think the finish, the quality is definitely better. And you're right, it's on both sides really at the top, which we'll take photos and show, because from a distance you're not able to see that. But yeah, that's something again I noticed. And the bottom here, with the little Castor sort of touch that they always have on, that's on there as well.
Have you noticed one more thing while you were down there?
That's what she said.
So it's cut.
Okay, right, yeah.
So you've got that, which has got a cut in it.
Yeah, okay.
So obviously the fitting bit a bit easier.
Oh, does that not have one?
And this one doesn't have one.
Oh, it doesn't have one. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. To get the scissors out on that one.
There we go. Obviously, that's got the Castor logo with some random ID on it.
Yeah,
Is it the same ID? No, completely different. It's obviously a manufacturer ID or something, that must be.
Yeah.
In regards to fitting and sizing, so they're both larges.
Yes.
Have you tried both of them on?
I have, yeah. That one is ever so slightly snug. One of them, if you had a couple of pints at the match, you might be in trouble, But that one was a great fitting. That was really good, that one. I have bought other shirts off that site before, and normally they fit fine, but I went for a large, and maybe I should have went for XL. But it's still, there's not much difference between them now. And do you know what it is actually that you've referenced that? That actually might have something to do with that. That little bit of breathing space that you get with that cut.
Yeah, it would help. So if we're looking at pricing, like you said, that one was £12.
Well, it was £12. It was £14 including delivery.
Okay, so we'll just round it up. £15 delivered, right? And it took how long to get here?
It was just over 2 weeks actually.
Okay, and you ordered this before?
I did before, yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
Okay, so this one took 2 weeks to come?
It did, yeah.
Okay. How long did this one take?
3 weeks.
3 weeks?
3 weeks, yeah.
So we're buying from China, and it's arriving at your front door quicker than that one.
Yep.
That is ridiculous.
It's insane, yeah. I mean, obviously, you try and, given the benefit of the doubt of the demand that they would have had, there's a lot of demand for it, but I'd imagine, that's coming from China, and I imagine there's been an awful lot of demand for them as well, so.
100%. I think, personally, I think if we're looking at the pros and cons, right, a pro straight away is cost, right?
Yeah.
And this is what a lot of people struggle with at the minute, especially with people with young kids like me and you, Deka, where if we were to go to the club shop and kit our kids out, it's going to cost a lot of money. And they're going to get wrecked the week after.
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, they're going to have dinner stains, spaghetti stains, tomato sauce, all over them, right? So if you were buying for your kids this shirt right now, which one would you buy?
Oh, 1 million. And I've actually done it as well. I've bought from the same site, I've bought the kids one, which comes with the shorts and socks, and that costs us £12.
Yeah.
And it's going to come like that. So you kind of go more.
Yeah.
I think it's 55, I think, for the kids one.
It depends on sizes. So junior goes with different thing where you've got to buy the shirts separate. Then obviously the smaller ones, you get the full kit. If you're buying for yourself, which one do you go for?
Well, again here, I think a lot of it does come down to money, but of course, the real one is the one that you would have to try and go for. Of course, I think it does fit better. I think the stitching quality is better, and I do think, truthfully, the biggest giveaway is the badge. Right?
Yeah, and that will last a hell of a lot longer.
Yeah, it will.
This.
Yeah, it will. That's a good point. Yeah.
We haven't washed them, so we don't know what happens in the wash.
No,
we haven't washed them, so we don't know what happens. But
it's got Gold McEwen's lager on it.
You peel it off. I think personally, I think obviously we can tell which is the fake, which is the real. But I think if I was buying for myself, I would never pay 70, 80 quid for a football shirt straight away. I just wouldn't do it categorically. But I realised that money goes back into the club as well.
Yeah, it's
which is which is a con of buying the fake one. But like I said, a lot of people can't afford these ones, so that's the only option, really. I
totally understand as well, because it's a rip-off. It's a lot of money, right? It's a lot of money.
So if I was buying for myself, I'd wait till that one goes in the sale and get it for 30 quid towards the end of the season. If I'm buying for display in the studio, it's that one, 100%. Because like we said, from a distance, it's very, very hard to tell the difference.
Yeah.
I think what we'll have to highlight, if you are buying from the likes of DHG or another site, it's, once again, that's a lottery. If it turns up, is a whole different thing. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure their policy of returns and items not showing up are not very good.
No.
So if this goes missing in the post, that's your money gone.
Yeah, it is, yeah. And also you've got sizing's another issue as well, because sometimes I've bought shirts where, that one size will fit fine. I'll buy another shirt from the same seller, the same size, and it'll be slightly too small.
Kind of like Castor.
Well, yeah, kind of, yeah. Just a reference as well, actually, on the back there, there's also the NUFC.
Okay.
And it is written on there. And I do actually want to mention one more thing when I remember. So the NUFC is slightly lower on there, but it's still on there.
Once again, off to the left.
Off to the left.
Everything's off to the left.
And the Noon badge is another giveaway, I think, and you'll be able to see this by the colour on the screen there. It's more of an orangey rather than this sort of bright yellow.
Is it smaller? It's smaller as well.
Yeah. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah. Right, that is not a bad thing.
But yeah, so again, it's kind of on there, but there is obviously little differences.
I think what we've got to mention as well is if you are buying the fake one, like I said, when it turns up, don't hold us responsible for this, because we're not promoting either one of them. Yeah. When you're buying this one, it will look like you don't get the crest in the sponsor. It just looks like a plain shirt.
Yes, that's right.
They all arrive looking like that.
That's right, yeah.
But yeah, overall, it's decent.
For 15 quid delivered to your door, I mean, it's not bad at all. It's a decent stab at it.
It's a quarter of the price, more than a quarter of the price.
And I think for all we've made the little differences about maybe the odd bit of quality here and here, there isn't, that shirt is not worth £70. It's just not like. I mean, no offense to anyone, but it's not. I mean, I bought it, so I've paid it as well. But it's when you see something that's so close to it for that price, it does make you think a little bit.
Yeah, let us know what you think. Let us know if you're going and buying a fake one, or if you're opting towards the real one. It's preference for you. It's entirely what you want to do. And yeah, thanks for watching. Like the video. See you later.